Hey guys, thanks for clicking this video. Was never really anticipating on ever making a video like this, but the time has actually come. And my cats are just getting older and older each year. I have actually had this cat for 13 years. And I don't know, to be honest, if he's gonna make it or not, but regardless, I just wanted to show you guys if there is ever anyone out there who needs to insert some lactated ringers into their cats, then maybe this video is, gonna be helpful for you. But I actually am just gonna basically describe what I'm gonna be using. So I have a 18 gauge and 1 inch needle. So this is a 18 gauge by 1 inch needle. You kind of have to twist the bottom here first and then take out the needle directly. Be careful because you might be able to stick yourself if you're not too comfortable with needles. But since I have prior experience in nursing school, I kind of, am a little bit more comfortable with needles in comparison to someone who isn't really exposed to them. So I'm just gonna quickly put that tab on so I don't really, stick myself right now while demonstrating this. But here is the needle we're going to be using. And then you have, of course, the lactated ringers, which is just basically for fluid replacement. And as you can see, I kind of have been using it already. So for each tab, so for example, from 4 to 5, that's 100 cc's, which is basically 100 mLs. I really actually didn't really get a order from the vet on how much to give my cat, but I do not want to give too much fluid because I don't want to fluid overload him. So what I've been doing is I've been kind of doing about 200 cc each day, so one in like the morning and one in the evening, and I'm kind of basically spacing it out between days rather than giving him the whole 1000 cc's, which is basically, I don't know if that would do any damage to the cat, but regardless, this is what I've been doing. So 100 cc in the morning and 100 cc's at the evening. And then of course you obviously need a priming tube. I have already primed this. This has the fluid inside already. It's basically filled up all the way to the chamber. And to basically kind of decrease the amount of fluid in this chamber, you have to squeeze it, and then you actually have to open this lock here. This right here, if you actually bring it down to which is the position that it's at right now, it is going to close up the line and it will not spill. So this is the end of it. But if you take this roller clamp and you put it all the way up here, then your IV medication is going to drip, and then you are going to be in a lot of a puddle basically. So yeah, always insert the needle before you roll this clamp up. Okay guys, so that's pretty basic. So this, obviously you have to kind of get it set up before you actually can get onto the fluid dispersion of this into your cat. So first thing is first, I forgot to mention one really huge important detail. So one thing I forgot to mention, guys, it's really important, but you must actually find a chair or something that brings this lactated ringers up above the ground, but not exactly too low. So kind of in between middle and high, because if you bring this down low, then you are going to not have the fluid running, and it's going to basically be really slow, and it's not going to get anywhere in your cat's body. But if you keep it up at a higher position, then the fluid is going to have more control of getting through the line, and it's not going to get occluded. You know what also I noticed is this is basically like the same human lactated ringers that is in the hospital setting, so I could have actually taken home some from my clinical, but that wouldn't be too honest. But regardless, this is your lactated ringers, and I kind of already gave you guys the basics of how to use this. So now I'm just going to use this chair here, and I'm going to hang it up simply because I don't have an IV pole, nor did I ever think I would need an IV pole for my cat. But nonetheless, I'm just going to hang it up here at this chair. And I'm going to be doing this on the floor just because I don't want to put my cat on the table right now. He is just not really healthy for me to be putting him on things that I use, and I don't want to get any cat germs on my actual furniture. So I'm just going to put him on the floor, and I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So now the next thing, of course, is I kind of mentioned how to open the needle, but again, just for basics, you just simply take off the cover of the needle, and then you are going to simply just place it in and kind of just spin it around just so that it's secure. Once you have that in, you are basically ready for insertion of fluid into your cat. And once you are ready and you have your cat in a good position, you can actually take this cover off, and then I'm going to be showing you guys how I insert the needle into his subcutaneous layer of skin. So just for a tip, I kind of recommend having a towel in the area that you're going to be placing your cat on to give the fluids, because it will leak if you are not really in control of your cat. Okay, so here I have my cat. I'm going to put him over this towel. I'm going to hold him down like this, and I'm going to move the camera so you guys can see. So let me see if, okay, now you can kind of see. Alright guys, I had to take a little break because my camera actually was dying and it needed to be charged, so I charged it just for a little bit. So back to the cat video. We are going to just take our cat here, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually shaved his hair simply because it's kind of hard to insert this when your cat has long hair. So that's why I did. So of course the next step is basically the final step, which is just kind of inserting this in. So we are going to take this cap off the needle, and we are going to pinch our cat right between the spine area, and we're going to create like a little pocket here. We're going to insert the needle with the bevel up, and kind of don't really put your fingers too close to the needle because you might actually stick yourself. So I'm wearing gloves just because I just been used to the whole gloves and medication. It was really enforced on me in nursing school, so that's why I'm doing this. But again, if you're comfortable with gloves, then use them. If you're not, then I guess it's not a big deal. But either way, I'm just going to stick to my customs. So like I said, pinch that skin, insert your needle with the bevel up, and we are going to insert it here. Your cat may wiggle around. It's kind of hard to insert a needle when your cat's skin is very dehydrated, actually. It's nothing, I'm just gonna say it's nothing in comparison to actually like human skin, so that's why I kind of shaved his skin. So yeah, just insert it in. Okay, once you got it in, you will kind of see a cat is gonna struggle a little bit to get away from you, and that kind of is just a little bit of a reminder that you're in the right spot. So now we're going to take our clamp and kind of roll it up, and just keep your eye on that IV medication, because you are going to be able to track exactly how much fluid is being dispersed. So your cat's going to struggle a little bit. It's quite understandable. So just kind of keep him relaxed in a way, if that's possible. But yeah, like my cat right now, he's not really into the whole like standing still, so just kind of hold it in there. You might see that there's like fluid accumulation right here in the skin, But just kind of like a little bit deal with it for a little second. I know that it's not really the most ideal for the cat, and I don't even know how comfortable this is, but just kind of hang on to it for a second, just as long as you insert your 100 cc's. Okay, and yeah, the cat is struggling. It wants to leave, so kind of just hold your cat in place, because basically you're doing this for the cat's own good, right? I mean, you wouldn't want to torture your cat for no reason. So, like I said, just kind of hold your cat over his neck. He's gonna struggle a bit. I don't understand why they do this. It's like, you're doing this just to save their life. Jesus. If you don't care, then why the hell am I doing this, right? So then, here's something that, you shouldn't do. But yeah,